All right, so we'll test this. So I should get a phone call, and here we are. Getting a phone call, we'll pick it up.
Hello, thank you for calling Midwest Dental.
Hi, I'd like to schedule an appointment.
Thank you for choosing to schedule an appointment with Midwest Dental. Can I please have your first name? If you wouldn't mind, could you spell it out for me?
Fit, Fit.
Thank you, 6. What's your preferred contact number?
1-555-555-1234.
Got it. 155-555-1234. Could you share your email address and please spell it out for me?
HELLO at FITBOZAR.com.
Thank you for the email address hello@fitbozar.com. Which insurance provider will you be using?
Aetna.
Thank you. Aetna is an accepted insurance provider at Midwest Dental. Now, could you please tell me your preferred date and time for the appointment?
Can I do Friday at 2 p.m.?
Let me check the availability for Friday at 2 p.m. for you. Friday at 2 p.m. is available. Could you please tell me the reason for your visit?
Yeah, I would like to get a grill.
Thank you for the information. Just to confirm, your appointment is for 6. Contact number 1-555-555-51234. Email hello@fitbazar.com using Aetna Insurance on Friday at 2 p.m. for a grill. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you so much.
Your appointment is confirmed. You will receive a confirmation email with all the details.
Wow, there you go. Imagine dentist office, medical spas. You can think of any kind of service type business, and you can see how fluid that conversation was and how fast it was. So you're not getting caught up. It was pretty efficient. What's your name? What's your number? It back checked if the insurance was accepted. It sent me a confirmation email. It checked the calendar to see if there was availability. I hope this gives you an idea of how many different use cases you can plug this into and how many businesses you can pitch this to actually start using these type of voice agents instead of having a receptionist or front desk that maybe is stretched, or you can put those people to use in other parts of the business and just let the voice agent never miss a call, always book correctly, not have an error rate. So it just gives you so many ideas of what you can do with it. The system we just incorporated with N8N is Retail AI. So you just go to retailai.com. Here we're at the homepage. You can go ahead and sign up for free, or you can go ahead and start paying for it. Here you can see they have a pay-as-you-go plan. They have an enterprise plan. I signed up, and what's really neat about this is you can actually even get a phone number too. So that's how the calls are actually able to be made. So we'll go ahead and go to the console screen. So here we are inside of the console screen, and you can see I already created an agent for Midwest Dental, but I'll walk you through to create your own agent. And we'll come up here, we'll go to voice agent, and we will go ahead and do a simple prompt agent. We can start from blank here, click create. And what we'll do here, this is where you actually input the prompt. So this is you're describing to the agent exactly what it is, what it's doing. You're putting in information about what the service is and what it's actually looking for. So when I called, in my example, it asked name, email. It's asking me what kind of service I want. I have a list of services that I have to put in the prompt to see if that type of service is available. And it can actually even go through a calendar, right? So if you're sitting here and you're setting this up, you can have this agent actually reach out and call appointments that are coming up or appointments that were missed. And just being in the service space, how many appointments are no shows, right? At the end of the day, you have a certain percentage that miss, and it's good housekeeping just to call folks before their appointment, or if you know this patient or person has a difficult time making their appointment, you can give them a reminder. And it just as important, if people miss their appointments, you can follow up with them via an agent and reconnect with them and say, hey, would you like to reschedule, or just keep them warm. So it really takes a heavy lift out of your internal business and helps you automate it. So I'll bring over a prompt. I have a prompt in the school community where I have this build, and I'll just copy and paste in a prompt from there. And you can go ahead and see how I create the prompt, and you can kind of remix your own or just take some inspiration from it. I'm here in the school community. As you can see, we have a bunch of different resources to help you in general learn about AI agents, but then also how to monetize them. So we have a daily task list for your first month, for your second month, to help you monetize these as fast as possible. And in here, I'm just going to grab the prompt and bring it over to the Retail AI. So we pasted over the prompt in Retail AI for this agent, and you can see here it is a receptionist at Midwest Dental. It has some skills and objective. I gave it some business information, so it's aware of what the operating hours are. I gave it an address, Ocean Drive. There aren't any dentists, or maybe there are, I don't think so. But on Ocean Drive, I don't think so. I gave it the services that are offered. So you can see here the information now that is actually going to get captured, that we can have dynamically dropped into other locations using N8N, is we have what the date was of the call, what the first and last name, the phone number, the email address, and the insurance provider. And here we actually give it steps to understand, what are you doing? You are looking for information about the appointment. What's your first name? What's your preferred contact? So the agent really has the ability to actually do what you want it to do. So you want it to get the name, the email address, what date it wants to get scheduled, or the person wants to get scheduled, be able to look at the calendar using Cal AI, which we'll go through, to see if something's available and be able to book them, and then send them a follow-up email. So this is the prompt again. It's in the school community. You can just copy and paste it from there. You can just take it off of this if you want. And another thing we can go ahead and add here are functions. So the agent is able to interact with different capabilities. So what we can do here is actually set up a transfer call. So if the agent runs into an issue, it can actually get transferred to human if there is an issue. So you can see some of the information here that you can add for it. We also allow it to do booking. So in the example that I gave, we have booking, which is the integration here is on Retail AI with cal.com. So you can set that up. And I'll just go to the completed agent I have here, and you can go ahead and see the functions that I added were to check the calendar, to book the appointment, to transfer the call, and to end the call. We can add more there, but it just gives you an idea of the capabilities you can give to this virtual receptionist. So it frees up your employees, or if you're pitching this to a business, there are so many use cases that they can use it for. Here on the build, if we go, we have a webhook set up. We are in test, but if you are in production, you want to make sure you're using the production URL. To make this work with Retail AI, we have to put the webhook URL in Retail AI. So we'll come here, and in our agent, we'll come to webhook settings, and we can go ahead and drop the link in right here. We have an if statement here, which is equal to call analyze, because Retail AI sends multiple webhooks, and we want to make sure that we're getting the call analyzed just so that we can get the transcript of the call. There are a few ways you can set this up. So you can set it up to go through the calendar and call people. You can set it up to make outbound calls. We go through some different builds in the school community that you can use kind of out of the box immediately, but then also you can remix the templates for your use case, or if you're a business owner or talking to a business to sell it to, or whatever the case is, you can customize it for your use case, and you have help in there. But I'll go through another example just to show you how advanced the agent is in the interface. I did a call for 2 p.m. an appointment for 2 p.m. on camera. I tested it out to see if I called it, or if it called me again, and I said I want an appointment for 2 p.m. after the calendar had already been booked for 2. It was so smooth when it offered 2:30. It said, "Oh, we're booked for 2," and it was good service. Like if I called this and that happened to me, I'd say, "Wow, this business got it going on." That was really efficient. I'll try it again on camera and I'll say, hey, I'd like an appointment for 2. We just booked it for 2. We'll see kind of the algorithm it goes through to get me to an appropriate time. So we'll go ahead and test it just in the interface so you can see.
Hello, thank you for calling Midwest Dental.
Hi, I'd like to schedule an appointment.
I'd be happy to help you schedule an appointment. Can I please have your first name? If you wouldn't mind, could you spell it out for me?
FIT.
Thank you. Just to confirm, your first name is FIT, correct?
Yeah.
Great. What's your preferred contact number?
555 55.
Could you please provide the full phone number for your preferred contact number?
Yeah. 555 555 4321.
Thank you for providing your contact number as 555-555-4321. Could you share your email address and please spell it out for me?
FIT at FITBOZAR.com.
Thank you for providing your email address as fit@fitbozar.com. Which insurance provider will you be using?
Aetna.
Thank you for sharing that your insurance provider is Aetna. We do accept Aetna insurance. To confirm, your information is first name, fit contact number, 555-555-4321 email address, fit@fitbozar.com, insurance provider, Aetna. Is all of this correct?
Yes, it is.
Great. When would you like to schedule your appointment? Please provide your preferred date and time.
Can I do Friday at 2 p.m.?
Let me check the availability for Friday at 2 p.m. for you. It looks like we don't have availability exactly at 2 p.m. on Friday, but we do have openings before 2 p.m. and after 3 p.m. Would you like to schedule your appointment at 1:30 p.m. or 3 p.m. instead?
3 p.m. is fine.
What is the reason for your visit at 3 p.m. on Friday?
Routine cleaning.
Your appointment is confirmed. You will receive a confirmation email with all the details.
Awesome. So on camera I did it 2 p.m. Off camera I did it 2:30. On camera again I tried to do it 2. It said it's booked at 2. It's booked at 2:30. We have a 3. It also recommended 1:30. So it's fluid. It's not like you're talking to a bot where you're like stuck in a loop. I hope you find this build useful. I hope you incorporate it or think of businesses that could use it. We've all been stuck on a phone call with a looping bot, and this is pretty fluid and it's pretty quick and to the point. You just saw a few examples and it's actually decent customer service. But anyways, we have different builds of this in the school community where you can get the prompts, you can structure them in different ways to your use case. And then also if you have a particular use case, you have help in the community, but also you can just use the template and remix it a little bit. So if it's not done for you, it's 90% done for you, and you can add that extra 10% to make it just right for you. So I hope you found the build useful, and I'll see you in the next one.